the hidden mineral that controls everything. You sleep, but you wake up tired. You eat well, yet your energy keeps fading. Your heart skips a beat once in a while. Your legs cramp at night, and your doctor says, everything looks fine. But it's not fine. Something deep inside your cells is slowing down. And the scary part? It happens to 70% of adults over 50, silently, without pain, without warning. Until one day, you wonder why your body feels older than your age. There's one mineral that keeps your heart beating, your brain sharp, your muscles relaxed, and your sleep calm. And most people have lost it, without even realizing. It's not iron, not calcium, not potassium. It's magnesium. Magnesium powers over 300 vital processes every single day. Deficiency affects your heart, brain, muscles, sleep, and even mood. In my 40 years of practice, I've seen hundreds of patients who came in saying, "Doctor, I'm just exhausted. I sleep, but I wake up tired." Blood tests? Perfect. Heart? Fine. Yet they felt drained. 9 out of 10 turned out to be low on magnesium. It's a hidden epidemic. Studies show that up to 70% of older adults don't get enough magnesium because modern diets have lost it. Farming methods, refined grains, and bottled water have stripped away what nature once gave us in abundance. Magnesium is your body's master switch. It calms overactive nerves, helps your heart beat steadily, relaxes blood vessels, and even regulates how your DNA repairs itself. Without it, your body goes into stress mode. Adrenaline rises, sleep hormones drop, muscles stay tense. And the symptoms look so ordinary that most people never connect them to magnesium. Cramping legs at night, twitching eyelids, constipation, poor sleep, anxiety, irregular heartbeat, brain fog. Blood tests often miss it. Only 1% of magnesium circulates in the blood. The rest lives in bones, muscles, and tissues. So even if your test says normal, you could still be running on empty. As we age, stomach acid decreases, and we need that acid to absorb magnesium properly. Add in medications like proton pump inhibitors for reflux or diuretics for blood pressure, and magnesium loss accelerates. That's why older adults are at the highest risk. A low magnesium level can triple your risk of heart arrhythmia, double your chance of type 2 diabetes, and make your bones fragile even if you take enough calcium. It's not a small problem. It's the foundation of your health quietly cracking. But here's the good news. Fixing magnesium deficiency can reverse much of that damage, naturally, safely, and often within weeks. Part 2. How magnesium powers your body, like a hidden engine. Let's imagine for a moment that your body is a city, a living, breathing system of electric lights, transportation, and communication lines. In that city, magnesium is the electricity. It doesn't build the roads or the houses. It keeps the lights on, the trains moving, and every message delivered on time. Without it, the city doesn't collapse immediately, but the lights start to flicker. Traffic slows. Communication becomes unreliable. And little by little, every function, from your heartbeat to your thoughts, begins to suffer. That's what magnesium does. It's the spark behind energy, the mineral that turns food into fuel, stabilizes your heartbeat, and helps your brain send messages clearly. Every single cell in your body runs on a molecule called ATP, adenosine triphosphate. It's like a charged battery that powers everything you do, movement, breathing, thinking. But here's the secret. ATP is useless without magnesium. It's only active when bound to magnesium, forming MAG-ATP. Without that connection, your cells are like unplugged devices. You can eat the healthiest food on Earth, but if you lack magnesium, your body can't use that energy efficiently. That's why people with magnesium deficiency often feel chronically tired, no matter how much they rest. Your heart beats over 100,000 times a day, and magnesium makes each one possible. It regulates the electrical signals that control your heartbeat. Too little magnesium, and those signals misfire. That's why one of the first signs of deficiency can be heart palpitations, the feeling that your heart skips or flutters. Research shows that low magnesium doubles the risk of sudden cardiac death in older adults. But when levels are restored, rhythm normalizes. It's like giving the heart its rhythm back, not through chemicals, but through balance. Ever felt restless at night, even when you're tired? Or anxious for no reason? Magnesium is the brain's natural brake pedal. It helps calm nerve activity and keeps the stress system, the adrenal glands, from burning out. When magnesium is low, your brain becomes overstimulated. You start producing more cortisol, the stress hormone, and less melatonin, the sleep hormone. The result? Anxiety, insomnia, even depression. Some psychiatrists now call magnesium nature's antidepressant, because when levels rise, the mind settles. Thoughts become clearer. Sleep deepens. Life feels easier. Remember those leg cramps that wake you up at 2 a.m.? That sharp pain that makes you jump out of bed? That's magnesium talking, or rather, screaming. Muscles contract when calcium enters cells and relax when magnesium pushes it back out. If magnesium runs low, muscles stay in a semi-contracted state. Tight, stiff, sore. That's why deficiency can mimic arthritis, tension headaches, even fibromyalgia. Athletes know this secret well. Magnesium baths, magnesium oil, Epsom salts. They all work because magnesium relaxes both muscles and the mind. Here's something few people realize. Magnesium is also a key player in blood sugar control. It helps insulin work properly, allowing glucose to enter cells. When magnesium is low, cells become resistant, and blood sugar rises. Over time, that leads to metabolic syndrome, type 2 diabetes, and weight gain around the belly. In fact, a 20-year Harvard study found that people with the highest magnesium intake had a 47% lower risk of developing diabetes. And when magnesium levels improve, cravings often disappear, especially for chocolate, which, by the way, is one of the richest natural sources of magnesium. You've probably heard about calcium and vitamin D for bones. But did you know that 2/3 of your body's magnesium is stored in your bones? Without it, calcium can't settle properly into bone tissue. That's why supplementing with calcium alone, without magnesium, can actually increase fracture risk. Magnesium helps activate vitamin D, supports bone formation, and keeps calcium in the right places. In bones, not in arteries. It's what keeps your skeleton strong and your blood vessels soft. Magnesium, in short, is not just a nutrient. It's the foundation of cellular life. Every heartbeat, every breath, every peaceful night of sleep depends on it. The warning signs of magnesium deficiency. Magnesium deficiency doesn't show up overnight. It creeps in slowly, month by month, year by year, until one day you realize that your body isn't working the way it used to. The first signals are usually small and easy to ignore: restless sleep, occasional muscle twitches, light fatigue, irritability, and poor concentration. These are your nerves and muscles saying, "We need magnesium." One of my patients, a retired teacher named Helen, thought her eye twitching was just stress. But when we tested her magnesium intake, it turned out she was getting less than half of the daily minimum. After just 3 weeks on magnesium-rich foods and a supplement, the twitching stopped. And she said, "It feels like my body finally exhaled." As deficiency progresses, symptoms become stronger. Persistent constipation, tension headaches, anxiety, heart palpitations, and tingling in the hands and feet. Doctors may label these as unrelated conditions, giving separate pills for sleep, digestion, and nerves without seeing the common thread.
But magnesium connects them all. When deficiency becomes chronic, the risks turn serious: arrhythmia, high blood pressure, muscle weakness, bone loss, and insulin resistance. In hospitals, doctors use magnesium intravenously to stabilize patients after heart attacks or severe arrhythmias. It's that powerful, And yet so many people are walking around with silent, untreated deficiency. Part of the problem is that magnesium isn't part of routine blood panels. Only 1% of magnesium is found in the blood. That means you can feel miserable while your test results look fine. Doctors are trained to look for deficiency only when it's extreme, like in hospital cases. But subclinical deficiency, the kind that affects mood, sleep, and energy, rarely gets attention. Modern life depletes magnesium constantly. Soil magnesium has dropped by up to 60% because of intensive farming. Processed foods strip away what's left. Caffeine, alcohol, and many medications drain magnesium from your body. And stress, emotional or physical, YC, NISO, accelerates that loss even more. Every surge of cortisol forces your kidneys to excrete more magnesium. It's a vicious cycle. Low magnesium increases stress, and stress lowers magnesium even more. One of my favorite stories is about George, 68. He came in complaining of fatigue, poor sleep, and occasional dizziness. His doctor had prescribed 3 different medications, one for blood pressure, one for anxiety, one for sleep. But no one checked his magnesium. We adjusted his diet, added leafy greens, pumpkin seeds, a high-quality magnesium glycinate supplement, and within 1 month, his blood pressure normalized, his sleep returned, and he said, "I feel 20 years younger. I didn't know I was running on empty." That's the power of magnesium. Not a miracle pill, but the missing spark your body has been asking for. Restoring your magnesium levels and living in balance. So now that you've uncovered the hidden epidemic of magnesium deficiency, the next step is to rebuild your reserves, gently, naturally, and wisely. Because once you start restoring magnesium, something almost magical happens. Your sleep deepens, your muscles relax, your mind quiets down. Even your heartbeat feels steadier, calmer. It's like oiling every gear in a tired machine. Step 1. Eat magnesium-rich foods. Leafy greens, nuts, seeds, whole grains, avocados, dark chocolate, legumes, and fatty fish. The greener or darker the food, the more magnesium it likely contains. Try this. Start your morning with oatmeal sprinkled with pumpkin seeds. Add steamed spinach to your lunch. End your day with a piece of dark chocolate. These small habits add up, giving your body what supplements alone can't replace. Step 2. Choose the right magnesium supplement. Food is the base, but for most people over 50, it's not enough. Digestive absorption declines with age, and medications further block magnesium intake. That's why supplementing often makes a life-changing difference. But, and this is crucial, not all magnesium forms are equal. Avoid magnesium oxide. It's cheap but barely absorbed. Instead, choose glycinate for sleep and calm, citrate for digestion, malate for energy, or threonate for brain support. The best daily dose for adults over 50 is 300 to 400 milligrams of elemental magnesium. Take it in the evening, about an hour before bed. It naturally relaxes your body and improves sleep quality. Step 3. Hydrate and balance with other minerals. Magnesium doesn't work alone. It partners with potassium, sodium, and calcium to keep your body's electrical balance. Drink mineral-rich water, eat fruits like bananas and oranges for potassium, and get enough protein to support absorption. Avoid excessive caffeine or alcohol. Both drain magnesium fast. Even adding a pinch of sea salt to your water during workouts helps your body retain minerals. Step 4. Support your sleep and stress system. Remember, stress burns magnesium, and magnesium controls stress. It's a two-way street, so if you want to restore your levels, you must calm the stress loop. A warm Epsom salt bath before bed, deep breathing, gentle yoga, and turning off screens 1 hour before sleep all help. Within days, you'll notice the difference. Fewer night cramps, calmer heart rate, and more peaceful rest. Once your symptoms improve, keep magnesium as part of your daily ritual, not a quick fix. It's like keeping your car engine oiled. Even missing a few days can make muscles stiff again or bring back insomnia. Make it a lifestyle. Magnesium-rich meals, moderate exercise, 7 to 8 hours of sleep, stress management. All these keep your internal balance stable. One of my patients, Anna, 72, used to have restless legs, sleepless nights, and anxiety she couldn't explain. She started magnesium glycinate nightly and switched her diet. More greens, less processed food. 2 months later, she came to me smiling. "Doctor, I didn't change my life. I just gave my body what it was missing." That's the quiet power of magnesium. It doesn't stimulate, it restores. It doesn't numb, it balances. If you take just one thing from this talk, let it be this. Magnesium is the mineral of calm energy. It doesn't hype you up, it restores your rhythm. It's the difference between surviving and truly thriving after 50. Listen to your body. The cramps, the fatigue, the sleepless nights, they're not random. They're messages. And magnesium might just be the answer it's been whispering for years. If you found value in this message, remember, small changes can bring big peace. Your body is wiser than you think. Listen to it, support it, and it will take care of you. At any age. I'm Dr. Allen from Age Heroes, and if you believe it's never too late to feel alive again, join our journey. Subscribe for more calm, clarity, and strength after 50. Age Heroes. Science for a longer, better life.